Karls quest. Welcome. Introduction. We're gonna do an introduction video. So I don't know if anyone's seen me on my first channel that I only posted 2 videos. We started out as a sea trout fishing channel called Karls Coastal Conquest. Yeah, so I love fishing sea trout and I don't want to do YouTube videos, but I realized I'm only fishing a couple of months of the year and I might go film for a whole week only to have a 20-30 minutes episode with like 5 minutes of something interesting happening. So I decided I'm rebranding myself. We're now Karls Quest. It's just a nice, short, easy name. And the quests are my projects at home and camping trips and camping gear and fishing. And we're gonna do cooking out in nature, and I'm gonna show you some prep at home that I do for my camping trips. And then we're gonna do gardening at home. We're gonna do my chickens. We're gonna do forestry. We're gonna be out in the woods. Yeah, because it's just so much that I do otherwise, and I was just severely limiting myself for just sea trout, and also not that good at it. But we're still gonna sea trout fish. We're still gonna be better. I'm still gonna interview people and stuff like that. But I just need to be able to film more than that. So what I need to do here at home. So this is my vegetable garden. These are my raised beds. This one we built ready last year. This one we finished in the end of last year. I've been sick for 2 months with back and influenza problems. A lot of fun. My wife was sick most of July and she works right now, and I'm home with the kid on parental leave, and we have like severely neglected the garden, or me, because the vegetables are mine. The back of the house vegetables, that's my stuff. My wife does the front with all the flowers. So in the end of May we built this, and we were gonna fill it so it looks exactly like the others. And instead of that happening, we just got sick and we couldn't do it. So we just have to, wait. So quest number 1 in the series. We are gonna finish this bed. We're gonna cut all this down. All this needs to be cut. And then, like right now you can't see it, but we are seeing this year round. There's gonna be a bed in the wall here. It's gonna stop here. It's gonna be a very large stone standing upright there. The stone is hidden here, and there's another stone there. On that stone we're gonna put that log, and we're gonna make a little bench. Here, this is an old stone dump for the farm, so this is just like all the rocks and stuff they pushed out of the fields. In the side here we are gonna put a strawberry. We're gonna plant all our strawberries. If you guys see that mount over there, that mount is our old greenhouse. Here's a new pear tree my wife planted. So this whole area here is just a work in progress. But I'm just gonna go into the bed instead of stepping into nettles. And then if we continue, and like this is absolute chaos. But under the chaos is a 4 to 5 year old compost, a 3 to 2 year old compost, and a 1.5 year old. I wouldn't even say a compost, but we have started laying material under here. It's just overgrown. So all that needs to be cut away. All that compost needs to go into this bed. And then maybe in the end of the year, the 4th bed here. By 4 beds, we do permaculture. That means permanent agriculture. I hate saying organic farming because all farming is organic. All plants are organic matter. But permaculture, we do plant rotation. We layer our beds every year with compost. We cover it for the winter time so it stays warm and the soil is active over the winter. So, and also is the main reason I don't want to bend down when I work. So 10 years ago, when we went to homestead school and learned about vegetable or like farming, I wouldn't say farming, but growing vegetables for personal use. I wouldn't have built the beds like this. I was 30 back then. I know 40 is maybe not that old, but my thinking was just, I don't want to be crawling on my knees. I want to be able to easily reach. Here I can easily reach across half the bed. I can lean against it. The animals can't get in. We have chickens, like they will jump in the bed because we have these nets. In the fall, the winter, the spring, these beds are covered with they're covered with heat retaining tarp. I'm gonna put up the name of it. What the hell it is? So it just makes it a lot easier. So back to this mess. So when this is cleared out, all our compost through the year, and it goes into the 2 beds that are going to be here, plus all this, then we're going to try to level out all this whole area, level out this, level out that. Around and between everything, we're going to put up tarp. The best way of doing this would have been leveling out everything in the start, putting the tarp in the bottom and then putting the beds on. But there's actually in the bottom, there's like an opening, a slit through the whole bed. So the bed itself is in touch with the soil. So let's just put this whole thing here as one project minus the strawberry hill and that bed there and the bends, because that's just too much. Project 1. Okay. I don't want to wear sunglasses now, but project 2. My chicken house. So this chicken house we've been building on and off for the last year, or not last year, but a couple of years. It's really served this purpose. We're still going to continue with it, but the thing is, when we started building it, we just made it out of particle boards. This is one of the first. Oh, we're so in the shade. See if we can adjust the light. Yeah, this is one of the first things I built. It's extremely over constructed. My carpenter friends saw the framing and just laughed and wondered if this was going to be in like an area with a lot of avalanches and snow. But whatever. It's going to stand the test of time. But I want to get rid of these boards. I'm not going to throw them away. The inside is mostly just frames and then the boards in the bottom. I'm going to put these boards, turn them around, put them on the inside. So I will have a smooth wall, the whole the whole chicken house. And then on the outside, we are gonna do the same as we've done on the front. It's nice Swedish house style construction. Finish this goddamn window. Redo how they nest. I'm not gonna show you into it because I'm gonna clean it today. It's a fucking mess. Where they lay eggs. I wanna redo that one also. It's gonna go. I'm not gonna have it in the back. I'm gonna move it to this side here in the front. I'll lift it up a little bit because they've kind of been fighting about who's gonna be laying in the nest. So it's better if it's like they have to jump up to get to it, because then they don't really have a chance to be aggressive about who's gonna lay an egg at this moment. Chicken garden, big rooster. That's Henrik. Hey Henrik, how's it going? He's a solo cock. I can explain that in another video. So this is the chicken garden we built last year. We've been doing free ranging chickens for many years, like around 10 years. And it has a bunch of upsides. Like the feed doesn't cost us like anything, because they find so much around the farm. But the negative is that we lose 2-3 chickens a year to foxes and other animals. So we put this up. It's pretty alright, but I still need to finish the bottom so I can go easily trim the bottom part. And then there's this, the tunnel and the placement of the chicken house. It's not supposed to be there. And that's the reason why we're gonna level out everything. So we can borrow one of the tractors. We're gonna pull out the chicken house. And then we're gonna face this side here against the chicken garden. We're gonna put up 2 openings. Also gonna move this window. I'm gonna put it somewhere more like here. We're gonna put up 2 openings for the chickens on each side. And then one leads to this little garden with the smaller mesh holes and a rubber, this is like a rubber mat from a milk stall. And then there's gonna be a wooden, like a roof on it. It's gonna be plastic. Probably it's gonna be a plastic roof, and the door. And then we have small chicklets and injured chickens in this garden when it happens. And then the big garden is for the rest of the flock. And then we have a nice area where we dump all the food leftovers. I've been cutting these trees into like umbrella shapes for the last years, so they do a really great job covering everything here. So we don't have falcons or something just coming in, swooping in, taking our chickens. But we do only buy medium to large breeds. So that's the second project that we're gonna work on. And the third project. So I'm gonna do an influencer thing. I'm just gonna face you against the pretty stuff. Start with, not even pretty, because these are like, I told my wife last December I don't want to focus anything on the greenhouse this year. I don't want to grow anything in the greenhouse. I just want to do the vegetable garden, get that finished. And because we've been doing this greenhouse for a couple of years, it's been full with plants. I think it's probably giving us hundreds of kilos of tomatoes, paprika, chilies. I used to make my own sriracha sauce, like fermented and all. But end of last year, I was just I'm so sick of this because all the framing for the old beds had collapsed. So I started building new framing, and with building new framing in a greenhouse you've had for many years, and this greenhouse is 8 meters long. This is Mad Max. This is 2 old party tents, like we say, like outside venue tents that we got. They were gonna throw away, and then this is some old plastic fencing material from my neighbor that we got for free. And then this is a real greenhouse plastic. But this greenhouse cost us like $200 to build, something like that, 300. Yeah, so after having this for 10 years, in the end, like the wooden beds, they just collapsed because this is also like raised. So last year I started making a new frame. My chickens have been coming in here because there's no door either. This is a complete mess. So I started doing this here. So this greenhouse is completely filled with dirt. So I started digging away all the dirt, moving it all the way to the corner, and then started putting down this frame. And then I was gonna do that on the other side, and then in the end hopefully have enough empty space in that side so I could continue building the bed. But I was just, okay, we put so much energy and time into this greenhouse, I just want to take a break from it, and that's what I did, and here's the results. We've been using this greenhouse to just kind of dump in stuff that we don't want to fly away outside. So this greenhouse is a complete mess. So we're not gonna fix the greenhouse this year, but we're gonna make it so that in the cooler months in the fall and the next spring, between like the freeze, like when it's freezing, then it's gonna be able to come in here, put up a couple of frames, and like slowly build up the greenhouse again. So that's the third project. Just gonna get this ready for next year, next spring, rip the plastic off, put some nice better framing for the like roll-up windows. The one that goes all the way across here is pretty fucked, and the other side needs to be fixed also. So new plastic, old plastic, we're gonna make covers for the vegetable garden so we can make hot beds. We're extending our growing season. And then the craziest plan, or craziest, but on the hill there, if you can see the tripod, then on the stone hill, the strawberry thing, we're gonna try to place 2,000 or 3,000 liter water tanks. Our house has already been set up to catch rainwater. We have a tank that we are replacing with a new rainwater tank that's 3,000 liters, and then hopefully we're gonna have 3,000 liters there, and then we're gonna be laying a drip system into the whole vegetable garden, the whole greenhouse, and then we're gonna build a little Raspberry Pi computer, sits outside, just runs timers to start with, and then maybe, because there have been coming out some pretty good moisture sensorizers, we're gonna be able to sense the moisture in the ground and automate the watering. But that's what we do when everything works perfect and we get bored and we make something challenging. So 3 quests. Let's look at the 4th one. The trapper canoe I bought I guess like 6 years ago, and the first week I got it for $80. It had cracks, it was leaking, but it was usable. Me being a dumbass, instead of having fun with it in the beginning, I sanded it straight way down without having a garage or anything that I still don't have. So this is like an outside project, and if anyone worked on on these type of fiber boats, glass fiber boats. If anyone worked on these, you know that you don't do this unless you have a dry inside area that you can work in, or at least cover. But we are gonna get this fixed, because next year my kid is old enough for like short little boat rides, and I want to turn this. We're gonna redo it, we're gonna repaint it. I'm gonna put like deck foam on the inside, so it's like nice and silent. We're gonna put some extras like little cargo holders. We're gonna fill the port and the bow side with like expanding foam, so it floats again, because I had foamers inside it, or foam in it for it to float, but they was like rotten away. So when I redo the outside, redo the inside, add some quality of life stuff to it, make it really personalized, kind of little luxury canoe. Yeah, and then we're gonna use it in our videos, and we're gonna use a two-person. We're gonna invite some people so we can have interviews with some outdoors people and paddle some nice lakes and rivers. I'm glad you asked, because the camping videos are the new addition, or like everything is a new addition to this channel. But we're still gonna go camping, and we're still gonna go fishing, and I'm still gonna compete in the sea trout competition. But now I'm just gonna film the sea trout videos that I'm gonna go out, fish a couple of times and film, and then cut maybe a month of fishing together into one. And we're gonna try to still like get and do some interviews with sea trout fishermen, because I just want to like explore the culture side, cultural oh, cultural side of things. And I have another YouTuber has years of experience, and he has agreed we're gonna go out and fish sometime. And then I have like a friend or neighbor, a very good neighbor of ours, and his friend is a biologist that works in this area. So I kind of want to try to go out with him and his team on the boat and like discuss biology and nature preserve and like the fish in Kalmarsund and in the Baltic Sea, like Östersjön. That'd be super interesting, because I live in the countryside for a reason, and I camp and cook and enjoy everything. I show all this stuff for a reason. So that's kind of gonna be like that side of the channel. Like a big side of the channel is half the channel. I'm just adding all the I am just adding all the homestead stuff, just because like I've been doing this for years, and I've never even thought about like, should I do YouTube about this? But I kind of want to just do all. So it's just Karls quest. It's all my project, all my hobbies, kind of boiled down to half an hour or longer videos, or shorter. We're gonna see. So yeah. The last video on my other channel, on Karls Coastal, I deleted. I released one day of the 3. I filmed 175 gigabytes of video. Everything was filmed in the wrong resolution, because the phone just had reverted to the old one for some reason, and it just wasn't interesting, and I was just so bored, and I just wanted to get going with the new channel. So I just decided to delete it at the same time as I'm filming this or cutting this. I'm filming the first segment, like actual episode, not just introduction. And then it's the plan for the next camping trip that we're gonna go with this new attitude of like we have quests and side quests. The first outdoor video, the first camping video, um, we're gonna make lunch, dinner, and then lunch again. So we're gonna go early in the morning, we're gonna stay one night, and then gonna go home right after lunch. Just because wife and kids, you know. I need more time for like longer journeys to be able to plan out. But we're gonna make fried perch with just some potatoes and basic. I'm gonna show you how I do prep at home, so when I come out I can just, you know, pull out stuff, throw it in a pan, it's pretty ready. Then in the evening we're gonna do a grilled lake, hopefully, or it's just gonna be a pike, but hopefully a lake. We're gonna do some Asian style, we're gonna make a dressing at home, we're gonna take like easy grilled clamps to just clamp the fish and grill it over open coals or fire, we're gonna see. And then the next day I'm trying to get like a permission to put crayfish bait, and we're gonna do some smoked crayfish, or like boiled smoked infused crayfish with a flatbread that I'm also gonna show you how you can do by just making the mixture at home, and then just adding dry yeast 3-4 hours earlier. And we're also going to use the same flour as we used in the fish the day before, and that's how you cook more complicated stuff out of nature. You try to kind of combine elements into one smaller package, and then the thinking is like every lunch, dinner, and next lunch, the 2 lunches and the dinner, we're going to be able to take the stuff we have with us. If we don't catch any perch, then I'm going to make a French onion soup for lunch instead. Super easy, fast to do out in nature. Add the potato into it, it's like a whole meal. And for the dinner, if we don't catch lake, yeah, what are we going to do? I just realized I haven't figured out the dinner, but the next day we just do bread and we eat it with dressing and chopped onion. But it'd be fun to see what we're gonna do instead. And also this is really good blueberry season, there's really good lingonberry season, and there's a really good mushroom season this year. So we could maybe find substitutes there. But that's the first camping mission. So just 3 quests, 3 meals, and a side quest. If we go to the same lake as last, I spotted like a monster pike. Like the fin was easily this, like, so we're gonna go to the same place and see if we can catch that monster and take a look at it. So that's like our side quest. And then it's fun that you guys can comment, and please subscribe and give me a like. If like, at least that'd be super nice. Let's try to lift this channel up. I won't release a video unless I am filming or editing the next one. That's a promise that I'm gonna try to keep. Yeah, let's get the Karl quest up there, or into there, through the fiber, the cables, I don't know. But I'm so glad that we're moving to a new channel. So I see you guys there.